What do you
But
think about business wise, as because they're doing this because they just want you to buy you
I
multiple
think this is
copies
this
and
yeah
all that.
this is where I'm going at. This is like the direction I'm going at with the business. I think because they're the top dog in the business at the moment in the console war, and I'm not including PC to this because obviously PC is the master race. But uh, PS4, I mean, we got Sony here sitting on a console where people are switching over from Xbox, or not even switching over, but going from Xbox to being Xbox and PS4, or Xbox and PlayStation in general, or anything Sony. So if you can get other people to buy your product, why would you do something that would stop that,
Right, right.
right? So, for example, crossplay in Fortnite. If it happens in Fortnite, what's going to stop them from doing it with everything else? Now they do it in Fortnite, that gives everybody else the the excuse of, well, I was going to buy a PS4 so I could play Fortnite with my friends, but and there's people who think like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think like that. I'll buy a console just to play a game with a friend. Fuck it, why not? So knowing that I think like that, other people will think like that too. So if I give Fortnite crossplay from PlayStation to Xbox for free,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where's Sony making money? So instead of making $400 or $300 on a system, they made $0 and their friends could play with each other.
Right, right, right.
I mean, you can already play with your friends on Sony, and that's what Sony's always emphasized is like, hey, you want to share a game? This is how you do it. Hands it to his friend. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Like you got the whole Sony system is a social media for people who are integrated into Sony in reality. I mean, if you got a Sony TV, you got a PlayStation, you have maximum integration there. You got a PlayStation 4 or PS3, you're able to chat in parties, you're able to chat with friends, you're able to like video chat on the PS3. Um, like you can create communities for a specific game of friends that you specifically play with on the PS4. Like, so you don't have to go one by one and always search those friends. Like, if you know they're online, you know they're playing, the community will update, hey, your community's playing this game, and you just join up with your community and you're good. You don't have to worry about sending someone an invite, sending someone a message, waiting for a response. It's literally just like walking to a park and meeting up with some friends. So, seeing how Sony integrates all that on that level, I just see it being as a major money loss if they did integrate crossplay with any game in general.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I fully agree. So your thinking is, Sony's not making a bitchy move just to, block the other consoles, because right now Sony is actually crossovering with the PC and the mobile devices, except for the competition,
Yeah,
But do you think that Sony should add, this feature for the other consoles or not?
um, as to if they should, I'd say down the line. I mean, if you're playing for PlayStation Plus, it's a hard decision because you're playing PlayStation Plus to use certain servers to have a better gaming experience with your friends on the PlayStation, right? So then you're also looking at, I mean, are their servers good enough to be integrated with Xboxes? Are Xboxes servers or Microsoft servers in general? Are they sufficient to crossplay with PS4 sufficiently and not cause any problems? And going further into it, how often does Sony systems get hacked? I mean, we're looking at what in the past 5 years we've got hacked maybe two, three times, and Sony's been hacked about a dozen. So I mean, not Sony, Microsoft's been hacked about a dozen. So we're looking at Microsoft, which is notorious for getting viruses and all this. I mean, like the rivalry Microsoft versus Apple. You won't catch a virus on
Exactly.
Apple. Like, um, so what if like these integration of the servers make Sony more prone to cyber attacks like that? So that's my question. Would Sony have to upgrade certain firewalls? Would they have to come up with like new software to go ahead and defend themselves and ensure that everybody else is able to play safely? And if that happens, are they going to have to add something like PlayStation Plus Premium or just raise the price of PlayStation Plus again? Like, I mean, it it's a there's a couple of things that come into play, like as a company and questions wise as to like gamer safety. And like I think that's one of the reasons that stick with Sony so much is because how little infiltration we have, um, especially when you're smart and not just giving away your account information to people who are saying they're going to give you V Bucks. Um, but it's like we have the safety net, but I would like the idea that we would be able to crossplay with other people. But I'm worried that if that would happen, like would Sony, Sony fans, Sony, fanatics and such, would they suffer like a price jump because of it? You know what I mean? So, I mean, to answer the question, yes, I think it would be cool, but I would not want it to happen if we would have to be paying even more. Because I remember, back in the day when we found out we were just gonna have to pay to play online with our friends, we were like super pissed off. Like, so because that was like the biggest thing of having a PS3 versus an Xbox was Xbox you had to pay for your membership. PS3 you didn't have to pay for anything because you already paid for your console and the game. So um so like I said, I would enjoy it, but I would not enjoy it if it had a price drop.
Nice, nice. All right. Bueno, ya termino. All right. So lately we have been there has been a huge debate between the crossplay. Um, so Sony not being they just don't want to, but they have the reasons. But at the same time, crossplay is a really cool feature. I tried it myself this week, and it's really cool. But I really want to hear your thoughts, Kotaru, on this one. So go ahead and
Well, first of all, right now I'm thinking about it. The crossplay is actually a good feature. It's like people can say whatever they want because they like. There's always gonna be like 2 points in the coin. There's always gonna be like Sony doesn't want to do it because probably it's gonna fuck up their servers or something like that. Because it's really hard to keep a server up and running when you're putting like too much people on different consoles because like each console has like their own server, it's like PC has like their own servers, which actually works with anybody. That's the reason why it doesn't matter if you're Xbox or PC, or PlayStation, you can actually do crossplay with a PC because the link of the servers, it's actually good for anything. But when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox, one of the biggest reasons, and that's the biggest reason why they will never, well, I don't say never, I still hope eventually they'll go like, okay, let's open up. But for now, pretty sure they won't do it because they're actually competition.
Right,
it's
right.
like Xbox and PlayStation are competition.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna do it. So it's like I don't want to give people a choice because if I'm doing that, I'm making people go like, well, if I want to play with my friends, I can either have an Xbox or a PC, and it doesn't matter. I don't need to get a PlayStation.
Right.
With the fact right now that they don't have like a lot of games in cross with PC, they have a little bit, like Fortnite, Final Fantasy 14. It's one, and it's like they're little. It's not that much.
Yeah.
It's like They do it because they want people to get the PlayStation 4 because they want people to have it. You know, it's like
Yeah. Business
mercadeo a nivel
wise.
cabrón.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
It's like they don't want to lose people, so they're just gonna make it hard for everybody to get access at it. So they go like, "Oh, I'll buy a PlayStation then," because there's no other way. That's the reason in PlayStation. Xbox, on the other hand, they don't give a damn because, in a way, Xbox it's basically a PC because it's basically from
Microsoft.
Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft, which is the same thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like that they actually don't give a damn because either way, if you play it on PC or an Xbox, they're still winning. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter for them. That's why they're fine with it.
Yeah.
So the problem right now, the cross-play feature is it actually good? Is it actually bad? Well, it's actually good. Why? For example, not everybody has the money to get a PC high quality and shit like that because
Right. Right.
it's really hard. And the other problem is probably like people don't have money to get an Xbox because sometimes Xbox can be kind of expensive, but not lately not. Here in
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico, it's not that, not that caro because
Right.
right now in Puerto Rico, it's like everybody's PlayStation. So
Yeah. Yeah.
PlayStation is gonna be higher priced than Xbox
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So, but the the fact is that every developer knows it. Every developer in gaming knows that crossplay is the new shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They know it. That's why they're trying very hard to make the companies accept the crossplay. But
Mm-hmm.
the companies are the ones that are not going to let it happen because they want people to buy their consoles.
Right.
They want people to go like, I need to buy this console. But it's not going to be okay because for them, they want people to buy the console for different reasons. But I don't understand why. Because honestly, PlayStation has a big, strong fan base.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just. I don't even understand why they're so worried about it because people are like. It's like they cannot. Here in Puerto Rico, people cannot play another thing that is not a PlayStation.
Right.
It's like you start talking to them about gaming, you expect them to talk to you about PC or talk to you about Xbox or something like that, about a console or different consoles. But no, here in Puerto Rico, they're gonna go like, "Oh yeah, papi, PlayStation, es duro." You're going, "What? Okay."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like okay, but yeah, the crossplay is it's the new thing. The problem is that companies don't actually care about it in a
Yeah.
way.
There's something that's been bugging me also because it's not just the companies, the consoles, is also the game developers. Let's take for example Bandai or Bandai
Yeah.
Namco. They have a lot of multiplayer licensed anime games, like
Oh
the
yeah.
Naruto whatever, and they have multiplat and with other consoles such as the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and lately it's been on the Switch, but you don't see crossplay there. And what my thinking is that sometimes they think, okay, but if we do crossplay, we're not gonna get enough copies, for that console. Like for example, I mean, if there's gonna be crossplay, then what's in it for me, Bandai, to receive money from the Nintendo Switch if everybody has it on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One? What's the point on buying that other copy if I can still play with other people on the Switch? If it gets, people to get buy it on the Switch, but they just want you to actually repeat and buy another copy for that other console. So that is business wise, as it's good, but at the same time, we can all say that, man, I have to buy it again. But it's business. It's
Yeah, it's business. They're always gonna do stuff like that. But it's like there's a difference, you know. Like for example, if we're talking about a Switch,
right.
Nintendo can always go with this fact, and it's gonna be like their fact most powerful every time they're gonna talk about the Switch. You can take it on the go. So that's always gonna be like their motto. It doesn't matter. Like I feel like Nintendo can always go like, let's do a crossplay. I don't give a damn, because at the end when they're gonna go like, what's the point of buying the game of the Switch? It's the same thing. No, you can take it on the go.
Yeah.
Just by saying that thing, it's like you're gonna be like, oh, there's gonna be a lot of gamers. Not every gamer, but you know, the little kids gamers are gonna be like, oh, I can take it on the go, mommy. Give it to me. It's always gonna be like that, because little kids, they just don't give a damn how much money you have.
And that's a really good feature from the Switch right now. I mean, taking it on the go, it's something that from a lot of years we've been lacking of a good hybrid console like the Nintendo Switch. And I know the 3DS is something, the PS Vita, and you know the other ones.
They tried.
Yeah, they tried, but not as, you know, powerful as, you know, the Nintendo Switch. Powerful in its own way, because I won't say that it's powerful as the Xbox One or PlayStation 4, but they actually doing really good ports for the Nintendo Switch, and that's really good. But yeah, it's because of the features. Features also, you know, save the console. But this, you know, feature from the crossplay, and I've been thinking a lot about if companies actually go bankrupt because of crossplay.
No, it can't. It's like there's a big example. One of the greatest examples, it's Final Fantasy 14. It's like they are fucking crossplay in a fucking level, in a very disgusting level. They don't give a fuck. Anybody that's playing Final Fantasy, it's actually playing with a PC gamer.
Yeah, but that's like another. If you think it, you have to pay at least monthly or yearly for that game. That's why they're winning a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a fact. But it's like, okay, if you're planning to do a cross gaming play, I mean game.
Yeah.
You need to think about the things, and they did it because they went like, okay, if we want people to keep coming to this MMO, and we want people to keep playing this MMO,
they need to pay.
No matter, they need to pay at least something, because when they're paying, people are like, oh no, but it's like it's $15 for 1 month. I'm like, yes, I get the fact. I know it hurts me every time I let the money go, but the fact that people are not thinking about it is that the problem with me is that I have been a fucking MMO freak for my life entirely. I play fucking WoW. I'm a toxic bitch when it comes to fucking MMO. But like I'm used to like a game that it's actually I left at the WoW, like it took me a long time to leave it. But I left it, thank God I left it, because for me, WoW needs to fix a lot of stuff before they want people to come back again. They need to fix a lot of shit. But that's how I ended up going to PlayStation 2 Final Fantasy in a weird way. But I played Terra. I played a lot of games. I played Terra when it came to, like, you know, closed beta.
Yeah.
PlayStation. I was very happy about it. But out of nowhere, I got killed about it. Why? Because there's a problem with every MMO lately that always comes as a free-to-play. Right. There's always a problem. And people need to understand the problem that's always going to happen when it's a free-to-play MMO. Since it's a free-to-play MMO, they need to find a way to get money again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are facts. Yeah,
it's a fact. They need to find a way to get the money. So they're gonna try anything. It's like, for example, we can take Skyforce right now.
Yeah.
Skyforce, you basically need to pay for every class in the fucking game.
Oh boy, yeah.
You know what's that? It's like $14 or $15 for each one, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude,
what?
yeah. It's a money
what?
gap. It's a money ripoff.
I remember I wasted money on one of them because I was like, Jesus Christ, I want
Was
to try
it?
something.
But was it
different.
worth it? Was it worth it? That's the question.
No,
Ah.
no, because okay, since it's a free-to-play MMO, the problem with free-to-play MMOs is they're gonna go always like this. We start here, but we can go over to here, like a little gapping. They can't go too high because if you go too high in development, if you go too high on trying to do something cool, it's gonna waste you money, which you don't have because it's stuff for to play MMO. You get it?
Yeah.
So that's the problem. That's why Final Fantasy being a cross-play featured game, which is basically everybody says it's gonna make you bankrupt. They actually did the right formula. It's the one that you gotta pay a subscription. Yeah, people get mad about it, but I have played Final Fantasy. I basically speed run it, like from Round Reborn to fucking Stormblood.
Yeah, Stormblood. Yeah, that's like.
And I was fucking like my brain blew up in the middle of it.
So,
like they went from all this thing. You can notice the changes that happened during the game. At that fact, you could feel it. Even in the story, you felt it. Because in the beginning of Round Reborn, the story is kind of linear and boring.
Right.
Then you get to Heaven's War, and it becomes a shit. And then you go to Stormblood, and it goes like, oh my god, weeaboo! And it's like
Yeah.
it's like they actually took. It's like they get that money for subscription, but it's not because we need it because we're greedy bastards. No, they actually making the game good. It's like that game has a lot of shit to do.
So,
like,
so that practice right there. Because they see Sony as so anti-consumer by doing this, but at the same time, they're just trying to win money. Just like this Final Fantasy game, they're just trying to survive what they have with this game. Because if they do it for free too much, then what it is for the maintenance, what it is for the upgrading the stuff, they need to. They
need to pay their team.
Yeah, exactly, because
it's the same thing with each company. They need to pay their teams.
Yeah.
Because they're not fixing the game. They're not updating the game for fun.
Yeah.
They're getting paid at it.
So I know I'm really against microtransactions, but it still needs to be like those microtransactions being costumes or hairstyles or none of the upgrade things so you can have an advantage of the other team. None of that. But I'm pro microtransaction of downloading DLC just like the Black Ops 1. You download the freaking map and all that. That's all
because
cool.
you're actually downloading content.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're not basically paying shit. You're actually paying for the game to be bigger.
Yeah, exactly. And I know a lot of people really get pissed off because it's been controversy with the crossplay of getting microtransactions a lot and not getting microtransaction. Look what happened with freaking Battlefront 2, and they're afraid that they might have to do this in the future. Like Fortnite. Fortnite is more, you need to pay some stuff, or you at least need to
but
grind.
It's all cosmetic.
Yeah, it's all cosmetic. Yeah, exactly, and that's
the difference.
That's the difference, exactly. And it's all based on that. And these companies need to survive, based on what we already been saying, because right now it's if someone downloads Fortnite on Sony, right? If they buy a microtransaction or whatever, a loot box on Sony's part, what Sony is getting from that?
Well, Sony's getting a little bit of. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit or a large percentage. It's always
Exactly.
gonna get it because the fact that you're using basically a little bit of the servers because the fact that their PSN is
Right.
linking inside of the game,
Right.
you're basically giving Sony gave you like a permission to use like our PSN.
Mm-hmm.
So once they're doing that, you're basically Sony needs to get at least a percentage of
Yeah,
what they're
exactly.
getting.
Right.
Because they're giving you permission to use something that is theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the same thing as if we go to Xbox. It's the same thing because they're giving you permission to use their accounts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing every way. The only way that you're never gonna pay shit, or it's like the money's always gonna go like to the developer. It's always gonna be in PC because PC.
Yeah.
You're using your email and that's it.
Yeah. You don't need to pay for a subscription.
Yeah. Well, in Final Fantasy, you still have to do it.
Yeah, of course,
because Final Fantasy because they need it.
Yeah,
like,
they totally need it.
That. They need that so the game can keep going as cool as it is.
Yeah, exactly. So
it needs it. So like there's some games that needs it. It's for example, I get mad when there's like a game like for example, let's put it like Lawbreakers or
damn.
If Paladin or Lawbreakers or one of those games went like, we are gonna put a subscription fee, or even Overwatch went like that, I will be fucking mad.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're already getting money through the loot box system.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you want?
Yeah. So I see that really anti-consumer. Like, come on, dude, you're making us paying like double the freaking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because okay, if it's an MMO, I'm fine with it. Because MMO needs it, because an MMO is a massive multiplayer game, which means people are gonna keep going in, and people need a reason to keep going in.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wouldn't give a damn if it has a subscription if it's an MMO, because I'm gonna be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's an MMO.
Exactly,
it needs it.
Exactly.
So it can keep getting better. But if we're talking about something like like a game like Jesus Christ, like an Overwatch, like a Fortnite, like Call of Duty, like those games, I would freak fucking mad.
Yeah, totally.
I don't give a fuck about the fucking plus, because we don't have a choice in a way.
Right.
That's what PlayStation decided to do.
Right.
So that everybody couldn't have, because they're basically giving the PSN to all those games. So they're like, we're gonna put the system with the plus, so that way we can get something from this.
Exactly.
That's the reason Plus exists. That's the reason Go Player, and Xbox exists. It's the reason why all those systems are in the consoles, because it's a way that the company of the console can get at least something from it.
Exactly. Yeah. You're totally right. And looking back in history, back in I think it was Team Ninja, Tecmo Koei, and then Square Enix with Final Fantasy, Tecmo Koei with Dead or Alive. Because of these kind of titles, bring into a really good franchises. Dead or Alive meant the legitimately Dead or Alive for the company, because the company was in a bit of a nutshell. They were running out of money because of the competition, and they had to like release this game Dead or Alive to survive. All right, so this was the game. If it failed, the company failed. If it if it goes out there and be successful, and it quite did. Same to the Square Enix. Square Enix was like with the Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy was actually something like Dead or Alive. It was that kind of franchise that either was saved or the company was bankrupt because of the competition, because they were running out of money. And back then, there was no microtransaction. So right now, I do feel that, companies today, do they actually need that kind of more money to at least survive? Because a lot of people say it's anti-consuming, but at the same time, it's what we've been talking about, that they actually need this kind of money, or this, the microtransaction shit, and all this kind of stuff. But back in the day, they don't actually have that, and
like
they actually
people-
survive with good games.
Yeah, because okay, the problem is that in the old times, they were, since there was no internet shit in consoles, it was just like connected to to the console.
Right.
All you can do is just wait for like how many copies you get, and that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
That's the profit you're getting.
Exactly.
But now that it came to all the shit about internet and shit like that, and people, because it's like the gamer keeps evolving.
Yeah.
And people need to understand that, okay, we love our Mario, we love our our stuff, but people, as we get up in age, we tend to like other games more.
Yeah.
The different types of people. It's like
Mm-hmm.
there's always this one gamer that doesn't give a damn and everything's cool for him. It's like, but well, people need to understand one fact. I know they're all bitching about the fact that, oh, we need to pay for this, oh, we need to pay for that, oh, we need to pay for this, oh, we need to pay for that. But people need to understand one thing. The game is created by a company. Yeah, that's one. That's fact one. The company needs to live. They need to live somehow.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, the company uses a producer.
Yeah.
The producer needs money.
Right.
if they want that. But yeah, not all the producers are Activision.
Or EA.
They're super gritty.
Yep.
But at least the company, the polishers need money, because they need to, they're gonna go I'm not gonna get that. If I'm gonna get this game and I'm gonna publish it for you, I need at least something
Right.
of the game that's getting. So that's the reason they put this stuff like loot boxes or stuff like that, or like subscriptions and stuff like that, because each company has a publisher, and that publisher needs money from them. The company needs money to live, and the console they're using needs money too, for stupid reasons. So if people are like, oh, Activision and EA are getting all the fucking money, no, they're not.
Right.
No, they're not, because they're getting part of it.
They're
getting a part. The company of the game is getting a bigger part, because they're the ones who make the game.
Right.
So they get a bigger part. But the console is getting a part too.
Yeah.
They need to understand that as facts.
Yeah.
That's why some DLCs come out like $40 or $50.
Yeah.
You don't know how many money from that is gonna go to one of them.
That's the butt fucking.
Yeah, it looks like a butt fucking, but well,
it's reality.
The problem here is that the people, each company needs to understand that if you're gonna put me like a $50 thing, you at least have to put me something fucking cool.
Right.
Because gamers today, I mean the real gamers, because there's always the wannabe ones.
Yep.
But the real gamer, the one that actually plays the game, takes its hours, even though he has a job, even though he has the uni, comes out of all that and goes into the game to have like a fun time. He needs content. And he wants good content. He doesn't want a shit content. Because then he's going to be like, why the fuck am I paying?
But yeah.
there some companies need to get example from other companies.
Yeah.
The fact even the fucking fact of the crossplay, they need to look at other companies and look their success. People need to look to Square Enix.
Yeah.
Because Square Enix is actually, they may be kind of very harsh on some things they're making,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually making the game good. They're actually delivering. It's not like, oh, I am giving you this. It's like Blizzard too. Blizzard with WoW. Yeah, WoW maybe it's not cool for all of us, but there's a bunch of people still playing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why. It's like, even though maybe graphical is not cool, but they're always updating. You know, they're always fixing the game. They're always balancing it.
And they
The
need
same
our
as
money. They need our money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need the money for that.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the same thing in all these other games. It's like Overwatch. Overwatch uses the money and they fix their game sometimes. They all the time goes like, oh, they're nerfing this, they're nerfing that, and people are like, why are they nerfing this? Well, probably because you're the ones making that happen. Because you're the ones abusing the system with those characters.
Yeah.
It's the same that goes to paladins. People get mad when they go and, like, you know, tweak the heroes, the champions,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, they get really pissed. I'm like, oh no, Casey's not gonna roll better now. Oh shit! I'm like, whoa, but you guys are the idiots that make that happen, because you're the guys that are actually abusing the system. You know, for example, you know that Cassie has like a perk. I think that if she kills somebody, she gets insta. Oh, she hits a critical. It was. She gets insta again, like the roll ability of her.
Mm-hmm.
And like, people abuse that in different ways. I'm like, what you were expecting, that she wouldn't get nerfed?
Oh,
Eventually?
man. Yeah.
So it's like, well, come on.
So talking about paladins, I'm going to buy it on the Switch because it's not for free yet, because they said it was gonna be for free this summer, and they still not yet, release it for free.
The only advantage that you're having because of paying for it, it's that I'm pretty sure you're getting all the champions because you pay for it.
Yeah, of course, but look at this thing. Look my situation. I bought it for the PC a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
And I still need to buy it because I want the portability for the Switch. But I need to buy it again because there's no crossplay, right? Yeah. Right now there's no crossplay because high-res. I don't think they're gonna do that because they just want you to buy it on the Switch for sure, and then some in the future they're gonna do crossplay when the sales go really cool on the Switch. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's basically what is happening right now. I mean, I still have Paladins on my PC. It runs better. Of course, it has better graphics. I move faster. I have every hero because I bought the Founders Pack. But now I'm being made to buy it again on the Switch, in which I want to. But I downloaded this game for free in the first place, right? Mm-hmm. Because I decided to just buy the Founders Pack for $20. Oh, that's another fact. It's $30. Oh, yeah. It's $30 on the Switch.
Oh, it's $30.
Yeah, it's $30 on the Switch, and I'm like, okay. I remember I bought the Founders Pack for $20 on PC.
Hell no. Hell no, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah,
$30.
Yeah, $30.
No, it's probably Nintendo, maybe.
Yeah,
it's like
it's probably the Nintendo. They getting that 5%, that 20%, that those 10 for Nintendo, and then the rest is just for higher res. So this is what you've been talking about, and it's wow.
It's always gonna happen.
It always gonna happen. Have you played Realm Royale yet? It's another Fortnite knockoff, but it's really cool. It's from high res though. I
haven't doing that one.
It's for PC. It's for PC.
I was playing Overwatch. Overwatch, whatever. Fucking Fortnite.
Fortnite,
like the other, because Ollie decided to play it, and he was like, "Bitch, I need you to play with me." I'm like,
Freaking
it's
Ollie.
like, fine, I'll do it, whatever. So I started playing with him. I was pretty shit.
Dude, I started shit. I mean, uh,
but okay.
it's hard
People
to
need-
it's hard to win.
It has cosplay, which
Yeah.
which actually made it cool because I got to play with Brian.
Mhm.
Brian was with the PC.
You were on which platform?
Yeah, it was in PlayStation.
Play.
And he was.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
before you before you go on with Ollie, a lot of people say PlayStation doesn't have crossplay with nobody, but they do actually do crossplay. We've been mentioning of course Final Fantasy 14, this one Fortnite on the PC, and also on mobile devices.
Yeah, but but let's be honest. You'll notice the difference between mobile players and fucking people.
Yeah.
It's like when you see them building at like hyper speed, you're like, oh fuck, it's a PC gamer.
Yeah, totally a PC gamer.
Like Jesus Christ.
You could tell it's a PC gamer or a
But
PlayStation.
that's okay. I think this is one of the other reasons why PlayStation's kind of out against the crossplay is the fact that the difference between the players, because a console player has a control. The control.
Yeah.
Super hard to do shit.
So you're on PC, you had the highest advantage.
Yeah, you got a fucking mouse over here. It's basically your camera, and you just.
And I felt that
buttons.
I felt that on the Switch. I mean, I was like playing it. I think it was 3 days ago before I was playing with Kaine. And damn, like, dude, there was a team. I think it was a team of PC. I could guarantee you they were a team of PC. Dude, they ambushed me and they killed my ass so freaking fast. I'm like, what? Like you said, they started building and all that stuff really fast. Like, okay, that's definitely.
Yeah, because I can. There's moments I build fast in a PlayStation controller, but I have to put my settings to Builder Pro to do that.
Yeah.
It's like it's the only way you can actually build fast as a console player and fight against those bitches.
Yeah, totally.
Because they can just go. They go like I don't know how the fuck they make the foundation so fast. It's like and I'm like, holy shit! They just make a tower right in front of me.
Exactly.
What did I do?
Yeah.
I just put stairs.
Well,
that's it.
You can still plug in a keyboard and mouse on your PlayStation, and it works perfectly.
Yeah, but it's like okay,
it feels
like,
weird.
I feel like I'm actually going on there. It's like they go like, oh, like there's a difference. Like we console players are gonna be like, oh my god, it's the PC gamers. They have their advantages.
The PC master race.
But at the same time, if we beat one, we feel like the shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck you! I just beat you, and I was not using PC shit. I was just using my controller. Haha. And I love how people get mad. Okay, let's say I love Overwatch for the reasons that you can actually customize like your controller in a way so deep that you can actually take out like aim assist and all that shit, just like Paladins. Paladins does that shit too.
Yeah.
And I love it because if you beat a PC gamer, they always come with this shit. It's always the same excuse. Oh, it's because you got aimbot. You got fucking aim assist. That's the reason you beat.
What?
I'm like, well, I may have aim assist, bruh, but right now I took it out. So if I beat you, it was because I aimed. So shut up. It's like they need to understand, like the PC community. They're actually cool. It's like it depends on the game. Because there's always like this toxic community, and there's always like the chill one in PC. It's like it has the best of the two worlds in it. But here in consoles, we have two worlds. We have the Xbox community, which is the nice one, and we have the fucking PlayStation one, which is the savage one, and everybody's a piece of shit because they're not doing their rep right. It's like, I don't know.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
even understand how in Xbox they're so friendly, and in fucking PlayStation, it's like we were basically in war all the time. So you're not doing your job. You're doing it wrong. And I'm like, okay, I don't get it.
Yeah,
And
I think one of the excuses Sony did was to protect their children because of toxic, the community of the Xbox or the Nintendo. What do you think of that though?
well, okay, in Nintendo, I don't know what toxic could come from it. Nintendo has a community that's actually chill.
Yeah, yeah,
On So that's not you cannot expect that because actually the most of the kids that play in Nintendo they're actually playing stuff like Mario and shit like that. So they're not gonna be toxic or they're not gonna be very mean. They'll probably become mean now thanks to Fortnite.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Fortnite's very fucking like savage and shit like that. If you say myself, but it's like but at the same time, we go to like PlayStation at the community. Everybody's fucking toxic.
yeah,
It's like there's not a game I have won in the. It doesn't matter the game I play. If it has MMO features, there's always gonna be a toxic motherfucker
yeah.
in fucking PlayStation. There's always one. It doesn't matter. They can be like, it's okay, but
And sometimes-
even in MMOs, there's always a jackass.
yeah.
It's like
They just
I
don't
don't
want to
even
revive
understand
you.
why. Oh yeah, it happens. Oh, believe me, I have been that jackass.
Yeah.
It's like no, but because okay, in MMOs it's a different thing. Okay, because MMOs is like you go like to dungeons and shit like that, and in that type of world, you need to cooperate. Everybody needs to do their fucking job. DPS need to do damage. Tanks need to get the aggro from the monster.
Yeah.
If they don't have the aggro, they're not doing their job as a tank. They're actually doing shit. And it's like people don't get it. It's like they're going like, I want to be tank because I want to be tank. But you need to understand with the role of a tank and the role of a healer, the most shit that's gonna come to you, they're going to criticize you. Like hell.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, they're gonna do it. Everybody's gonna be looking at you because if you're the fucking tank, you basically you're the one that controls the fight.
Exactly.
You're the one that controls that shit. If you do it wrong, you're dead. And if you die, everybody dies. Because the monsters are gonna go for the healer after you die. The healer's gonna die because the healer doesn't have 3 fucking shits of the offense.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're gonna go for the DPS, and the DPS are gonna die because they can do damage all they want. But if the person that's doing the damage doesn't know how to move, they're still gonna die. It's like and the fact that sometimes I get toxic in the game and not revive people because I know that if I revive them, they're gonna fuck it up everything, you know?
Yeah, it's probably right, and because in every console there's toxic gamers.
Yeah, there's always one.
There's always one.
Yeah.
So maybe Sony was kind of right in what they said, but at the same time, come on, guys, there's even toxic people at your system. Like, it's just not gonna make any difference because I was like playing. I think it was obviously Fortnite, and there was a little kid talking. And I was like, this kid giving me orders, dude. I went out of the freaking match, dude. I was like, nah, I'm getting out of here. Cause it's I just like to play with the people I know because that's what I do a lot. So to avoid controversies with a kid, so I just like or either mute him or just like get out of the match. And Fortnite, we don't actually have a problem on waiting for a match to start. So, same for me. So yeah, I think. Do you have anything else to say? Because I think we said everything. The pros and the cons. I mean,
Oh,
at the end of
all
the
I can,
day,
all I can actually say, people want crossplay to happen. People need to change first, because I'm pretty sure there's one of the reasons why Sony may be not doing it, and this is just a hunch, is that they see that their community is a piece of shit, and they're like, why would I want them to crossplay if I know there's problems? Because
yeah.
all this thing is because we want to crossplay because we don't want to deal with these people that actually do.
Mm-hmm.
And but the problem with crossplay, especially with PC, is that you're gonna have the difference between styles of gameplay.
Right.
You know,
Right. Right.
so you're gonna notice the difference. You're gonna notice who's better, who's bad, and people are gonna get more toxic. PC gamers are gonna get toxic against the console gamers because they know they're console gamers because it's gonna be noticeable in the way they play. And they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're losing because we have a console player," and then it's gonna be the toxicity going. It's going to transform even worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem. If we're talking about games like Overwatch, Paladins, and stuff like that, that
Mhm.
stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that's why I keep seeing that basically almost all the games they're letting have crossplay are basically MMOs,
Mhm.
because in MMOs it doesn't matter. What matters is that you, as a gamer, know what to do, and that's it.
Exactly.
If you know what to do, then you're
Mhm.
fine.
Because you have a
And
class, you have an ability.
yeah, you have your abilities, and
Mhm.
if you set them right, then you're fine. It
Exactly.
doesn't matter if you have a controller. It doesn't matter if you have fucking keyboard and mouse. You're still gonna do it right because
yeah.
you know where to fresh.
Yeah,
Press the button.
there's nobody to be, you cannot judge him because you don't even have that class, or don't judge him because you don't even have the rights to judge him of what he's doing or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The that's why I don't see the issue happening of the crossplay system happening in MMOs. I'm gonna be fine with it. But if you want to do it through fucking
Shooter
games
games.
like
Shooter
shooter
games.
games and
Yeah.
stuff like that, you need to first fix your fucking community,
Yeah.
because the community in shooters is very toxic.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're gonna
That's
put a
in
PC
any
gamer,
shooter game. Any shooter game. It's just the same.
yeah, and if you're gonna put a that has the advantage of a keyboard and a mouse over a guy that has a controller which it needs to have aim assist because it's hard to aim in a fucking
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
The only way that you learn how to do it is because you take out the aim assist and you obligate yourself to do
Mhm.
it.
Right. Right.
So, but that depends on the person. There's always going to be someone who's going to love the aim assist like shit. So, the fact that PC gamers need to understand that, and the fact that console gamers need to understand that, honestly, yeah, you might have like an advantage because he's keyboard and mouse, and you may have an advantage on because it's a fucking game.
Mhm. Mhm.
People need to understand that you're going there to have fun.
Right.
Yeah, we might get toxic about it sometimes, and we might get mad, but that
Right.
just means that's like a way of your brain telling you you're having too much of this shit. Stop it. It's like people
Yeah.
need to understand that when you're turning toxic, it's a time to stop playing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because your system is basically telling you need to stop. You're getting mad.
Play some other games.
Yeah, play something, chill.
Mhm.
Like I got friends of mine telling me, why the fuck are you playing an MMO right now? Because I know it's the most chillest thing I can play, and I won't get mad. Unless I'm a healer. That's the only way I can get mad in an MMO.
Right. Right. Right.
Or I am a tank. That's the other way I'm gonna get mad, because I'm a tank and I'm gonna need a healer to heal me, and if he's not doing the job, then I'm gonna get mad because I'm gonna keep dying.
Yeah, and that totally happens in almost every game. I mean, if you see Mercy, doing something else on Overwatch,
Yeah.
you're gonna like call him out, like, dude, do your job right, man. Like you could tell if it's doing a good job or not because it's doing whatever he wants on the team.
That's why sometimes I love Overwatch for what it is, because I feel like it's a good thing that types of game like Overwatch and Paladins and all those types of game that are arena shooters
Yeah.
are happening. Why? Because right now the community is so focused on my skill level is so fucking cool that I'm so fucking badass. I can even do quick scopes and shit like that. Whatever.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. In those games, it doesn't give a fuck. What matters is the fact that you actually do your job. If you're a fucking Mercy, you need to heal.
Yeah.
If you're a fucking Sen, you need to heal, but at the same time, DPS. Because that's what Sen is.
Yeah. Is to get those
He's a
points by it, you know.
Yeah, he's a hybrid, so he needs to heal, but at the same time hit people. Because that's the only way he works.
Right.
It's the same thing as a Reinhardt. The Reinhardt needs to stay as a tank.
As a tank.
Stay, not go like crazy. Just stay.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the problems that, you know, I don't know, Fortnite is not a hero shooter, but at the same time, you know, it's a team of 4 in which you can have at least in a battle royale. But there's this new mode on the Fortnite that's 50 v50, but you know that's gonna be out soon because that's like an event or something. Maybe it will stay, but I hope it stay because it's a lot easier to win. But at the same time, since there's no like hero shooters or classes or anything like that, if you go to Realm Royale from Hi-Res Battle Royale game, you actually choose a class. You choose a class and you do your job. And of course, it's Battle Royale. You get the stuff. You shoot whatever it's it's in front of you. Doesn't have the same function as Overwatch, but at least you have a class, such an assassin or a healer or something else. But at least you have that in your advantage because you're that particular thing. So I don't know if Fortnite decides to do that same thing, since they have the power of the crossplay and all this kinds of stuff. And I know those people are really creative and all that stuff. And, just hoping for the best for them, because I know PUBG has been, suing them for crappy shit. And I know PUBG is another Battle Royale game, but it's really not as talented as Fortnite. And we have to face the facts.
The problem with right now, people need to understand that's happening right now. With PUBG and Fortnite, there's a big deal. There's a big difference between them. There's the style of design, which is fucking different.
Right. Totally.
You can't just go demand a thing when you it might have the same idea. It might have the same idea. It might, but it's not the same shit because you're building.
Yeah.
You're building in Fortnite. You're fucking shooting, but the guns have rarity. So it means that there's some guns that are gonna hit harder and some that are not gonna hit. So there's a system. There's an RPG system within that shit that people don't get it because they're like, oh, I'll just get the purple one. It's a simple one, It's like it's a simple and easy one. It's like, oh, the brighter the color, it means the brighter the weapon and stronger.
Yeah.
Which basically that's what it is. So, but people need to understand that PUBG fucked it up because PUBG was a good fucking battle royale. The problem with PUBG, it has a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
It has like a bunch of like problems. It lags a lot. Fucking glitches. It crashes. It has a bunch of shit that doesn't work on the game.
Yeah, he just needs to fix it ASAP, and that's their problem. They
don't want to fix it.
Exactly.
That's the problem. They just keep throwing content in. They're just throwing shit.
Yeah.
They go like, oh, we're putting now a map on snow map. We're putting a fucking desert map, and I'm like, oh, dude, fix the game.
Yeah, fix the game and then do some creative stuff.
Yeah, because if like the PUBG the battle royale PUBG, it's a different style of battle royale. The PUBG is like you get armor, but you have like energy drinks, you have shit like that actually gives you like life and stuff like that, or like a little bit of adrenaline life, which is a different type of life. I don't know. It's a lot of shit. You understand it while you play it. So it's like they have like a different system, more complex than Fortnite. What makes Fortnite better is the fact that it's so simple. That's
Exactly.
what PUBG doesn't understand. That's the reason they keep getting success.
And
the
it's
fact
for
that
free.
It's for free.
Yeah.
The game actually works. It doesn't crash.
Yeah.
And it may have some days that it's laggy as fuck or something like that, but this is the problem with the server, and they'll fix it very quick. And it's like Fortnite has a lot of good things. I get it. I'm not like a fan of Fortnite, but I understand that it's a good game. And people love it because of that. And that's what people need to understand about it.
Yeah.
That it's actually a good game.
Indeed.
But people don't kind of understand that. But PUBG doesn't get it. So, but people need to understand that those who are defending PUBG, you need to first analyze your game before you defend PUBG. And those who are attacking Fortnite, you need to analyze it too before you do it, because it might be not your type of tea, your cup of tea, but it's the cup of tea of everybody else.
Yes.
So you just need to accept it and move on.
And it's the exact competition. If you damage control what it's wrong with your favorite game, then they're just gonna keep on doing it. They're just gonna keep on doing shit, And I know, PUBG has crossplay with the Windows Store here on the PC and the Xbox. I don't know if they have crossplay with the Steam accounts on the do they?
With the Steam accounts?
Yeah, Xbox and the Steam accounts.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's on the Windows Store. And I really hate that store though. I really hate it. It's just bad. It just runs the games badly. Yeah, they need to fix that store on the PC because it's bad. So yeah, just wrapping it up. So business wise, we can also get Sony why they are like this, but at the same time, it's really a good feature and it's fun to play with other people in other system. But yeah, there's also facts that it's con and pro for the actual crossplay. So it's not a bad thing, but it's also if you want a company to survive and you don't want them to go away, then they might have to do these business practices, which they're good in a way. But if you see it as bad, then that's your problem, because it is what it is. They need to grow as a company.
Yeah.
So all right, people. This is it. Please don't forget to favorite, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel. This has been Zyberpunky.
Kotaru again.
And I'll see you guys later.
Later.